Hello and welcome back to Kim Talks Resilience. I'm your host, Kim Hayden, and I am so excited that you're here tonight. I love my Tuesdays. My Tuesdays are all in such a great headspace. And, I get to sit here and sip a nice warm tea because it's in Calgary and we're a little chilly today. It's been raining all day, but you know what? Be grateful for what you got. I have hot tea and I'm inside talking to amazing women. So, Kim Talks is where we share stories and insight and inspiration in life, love, and business with resilient women from around the world. Now, need you all to take a moment and be sure to check out www.queenofresilience.shop. Almost missed that. Queenofresilience.shop. This is our store. We've got a lot of sass, a lot of fun in there. So be sure to straighten your crown, look around, and get something at the queenofresilience.shop because we need your support so we can keep this resilience message moving forward. So today's guest, super excited, absolutely gorgeous gal. She is down in my new favorite city, and we'll get to that in a moment. Deblair Tate is a celebrity health and wellness coach, life coach, published author, graphic designer, master resilience trainer, former professional figure competitor, and a military training instructor. She's also the successful owner of a eight-figured brand. Figure eight. I keep wanting to do that. Eight-figured brand. And we got to figure out what that means. She has a primary focus on mental and physical health, wellness, and making people feel confident about who they are and how they treat themselves. Deblairs' goal is for those she encounters to reach a place of wholeness, mind, body, and soul. Her passion centers on helping others break barriers, fully realizing their ability to live happy, healthy, and prosperous lives, redefining their success, recommitting to themselves, and reactivating their personal goals. So, a lot of reason there. So, let's get to this. Welcome to Blair.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. Even better because I've got so many questions. So if you see me looking down, it's because my desk is a glass top, and I've got my fancy dancy. I've got all my markers, and I write notes the entire time
Okay.
because I love amazing women and learning from them. I'm just like all of our audience out there. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. So, you know what, DeBlair, we're going to just start this off. You take it away. I want to know who you are.
Who am I? Oh my God. I am just a little Southern girl from Mississippi that decided to go for her dreams. I am my mom's only child, but my dad has four other siblings and they live in Anchorage, Alaska. So that is something that many people probably don't know about me. I am the one of five, and I'm the only one that does not live in Alaska.
So you're the only one that chose not to freeze. and you
I
just Anchorage is really, really dark 6 months out of the year. So I think you got the better end of things. So
Yes.
so share with us a little bit. So read through everything. You're a published author, you're into fitness, and there's even challenges you've faced in fitness. There's so many things going on in your life. Um, Share with us a little bit about what you do and where you are.
So I do multiple things. I like right now. I thrive myself on being a life coach, and with my life coach, I was training for 17 years, so I transitioned into a coach. I'll say that, and now my program more so focuses around more mental health. You can always do the workout, you can always get the nutrition, but the mental health became a big important part of me because I realized that a lot of people had multiple issues and they really didn't know what resiliency looked like to them. Life beat them down, and when they got to that point they stayed there. So I wanted to target those individuals that needed my push. I felt there was a need, so I kind of like jumped into it head first, and it's been going great from there. I'm also a military training instructor, still full-time military. I love it. And just I have a lot going on. I'm an entrepreneur, the owner of a brand. I mean, it's just I wear multiple hats.
Well, military. So military and mental health. We know that there is a lot of overspill of
Yeah.
mental health issues when it comes to military. I have a sibling that's been in the military. She has a lot of peers, including her ex, all military, and there's a lot. You can see a lot of these kind of trips and triggers that are residual from
Right.
military. And it's kind of sad because these people, so many have gone and actually defended. They've actually put themselves in the line of fire. So when
Yes.
we talk about mental health, when we talk about mental train or military training, what is it that makes kind of your program or approach unique?
It's unique because I've been where a lot of the people are, and I can relate on different levels. It doesn't matter where you are. Yes, in the military, I've seen a lot. I've actually myself had to go to counseling, and I thrive my clients on making sure that you get the help because I'm not a trained counselor, but I do have the experience. I do know, what to tell them to do to get over the hump, but they have to want it themselves. So it's just the experiences that I have. It's just the things that I've gone through. I've seen 17 years of issues that people have, and I kind of just pay attention to it and do what I can to just tap into how to resolve those issues.
So, and that is like, what is the population of the United States that has either been in the military or is in the military? It's significant, isn't it?
It's
So,
it's pretty high, and people don't stay all the time. So you have some people that have gotten their feet wet. They may have stayed in for a term, which is about 4 years. Some people stay through retirement, so it just varies. But there are a lot of people that has actually entered into the military and served the country. So
and you have a strength to you in the sense that you knew that you had a path and a journey ahead of you. You did not disclose initially that you were walking into this path, and you still went to university. You still got a degree to appease
yes,
mom. So,
yes.
um, how did you know this? How to tell us a little bit about how you got into the military? Because I love that. I loved reading up on you because it's like, oh, you sneaky little thing.
Yes, and
I have children. I
yeah,
know.
I'm like, oh
So,
my God, you know a little more than I expected you to know. But yes, of course, I felt like the military was more so my way out. Everything that I'm doing now, it just happens to like fall in my lap because I never knew that I was going to be a coach. I never knew I was going to be a military instructor. I just knew I wanted to get out of my environment that I was in my city, because I didn't feel like there was a lot of opportunity. And even though I went off to college, it was still right down the street. So I needed some type of foundation or some type of assistance that was going to get me way away in order for me to kind of experience a different side of life. So that's what that motivated me to, join the military and try to experience that life.
okay, so we've moved from military. So my guess is you're still a 6 a.m.er or a 5 a.m.er. What time are you up every morning?
Oh, between 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you were like in Honolulu, you could call me, but no.
No.
No, no, I'm a 6 a.m.er. 4 a.m. is just pushing it for me. But there is absolutely something to be said. I have a girlfriend who runs a private 5-star resort or 5-star spa in an exclusive resort in the mountains. And this girl is up, she's done half her day before I'm even out of bed. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And she just rocks it. She rocks it completely. So quick things, couple things I want to touch on, which I love, is you have been 2 years running for a fitness award, I believe, or something like that. Tell me a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that picture. Those are my favorite athletic wear, also. So tell me a little bit about your fitness award and what that did for you in your career.
So I never wanted to do fitness competitions, but when I met my trainer, he encouraged me to do them. And I did it in the second competition that I did. I ended up winning fourth. And the first one I got fourth, and the second one I ended up getting first, which led me into two titles of Miss Georgia Fitness 2 years in a row, which was, oh my God, I just never thought that I would get that. But I was able to, tackle those two accomplishments that it takes people years to get there. And I got it in my first year.
That that's so That's a wow. That's a wow. And
I
the fact
know.
that you didn't give up after the first time. So many people will do something and then they'll just stop.
Yeah,
And
true.
and I know as an entrepreneur that entrepreneurs have this because we have these big dreams, and a lot of entrepreneurs are creators. We're creatives. So
Yeah.
creatives not are not necessarily people who put things in a linear perspective. So sometimes things get jumbled. And that's where I'd like to go now is when we're talking about entrepreneurship, because you are an entrepreneur, you've got eightfigured.com, and eightfigured.com it's got a lot going on. It has supplements, it has the coaching in there, and it has athletic wear. Now, I've always been curious how you you get into the garment world because there's already so much out there. There's all the crap that you can get for $8 from
Hmm.
Shein, and then you've got
Yeah.
all the other stuff. But we saw Sarah Blakely, Spanx.
Yeah.
She started with a garment, and look at what she's done with
Yes.
her life, right? So
Yes.
how did you do that? By the way, everybody who's out there, be sure to go out and check. You'll know which one I'm talking about. She's got athletic wear that is the bottoms are either white or black, but they got this gold. One leg comes up the calf and one is on the thigh. And I'm looking at this going, that is Wonder Woman through and through. And it's just like
Yes.
it's got such a power feel. How did you do this? I mean, you're just a fitness instructor, right? That's all you
No.
do.
Yeah, I know. So this happened later on. I actually went to school for graphic design, and I started out doing flyers, websites, billboards, you name it, so I had that artistic side of me. And once I realized after so many years of being a trainer how I was just missing out on life, I wanted to transition into something else, but still keep the health and fitness world, still have people to like really love themselves and enjoy the skin that they're in. So I was like, like a fitness line would be ideal for me. And I wanted to separate myself from everyone else. So I wanted to design my own clothes. So everything that you see on the website is designed by me. It's not anything that you can, not knocking anything from overseas. It's not something I got from overseas and just put my logo on. I actually sit in my house and I design everything from scratch. So that kind of was my motivation to do it, to just kind of like back away from doing one-on-one training and transition into coaching, but still have people in my brand where they can feel good about themselves.
How did you like the materials and such? Because you have such unique, is this material you order custom
Yes.
designed?
So
Okay.
everything is made to order. So I got samples of the material from my manufacturer. So anytime you order, it's actually made to order. So it's not like they have a shipment of the items sitting around. So they create them as you order.
Oh, very cool. That's also better environmentally. It's less
Yeah.
waste.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. So the you've got your line of wear, athletic wear. You also have supplements. How did I mean, I would assume that you would need some sort of uh I don't know, biotech background of some sort. I don't know. But how did you come up with the supplements? Is this something that you collaborated with somebody? I'm just
Yep.
trying to dig in the entrepreneurial side because I
Yep.
know that women out there are looking for leadership on how to make their mark on their own business.
Absolutely. Like you said, no, I'm not any type of guru in that. So I linked with a company that tests and do supplements. So I naturally take different supplements like multivitamins. I do like sometimes a fat burner to give me extra energy, like the apple cider. So the items that I know that I take for my body that's not going to be harmful to the body and anything like that, I kind of grab those items because my clients, they need it, that extra boost, because everyone, they don't eat right all the time, So I was like, okay, ideal, a multivitamin. Sometimes we eat the wrong things. We need a detox. Sometimes we just got to get rid of those extra toxins out of our bodies. So before I even dropped my supplement line, it was a year in testing. So, the company created it for me, and I had different betas. I send it out to different people and just have them give me feedback. So it took about a year for me to get those items that I have. I only have 5 on the site, and it's by design because I have the next 4 in production for people to just kind of test. So I make sure I do a full test for about 6 months on different people and giving me different feedback before I even put it out there.
Very, very interesting. Um, and then these are, how did you search for these affiliates and these manufacturers? Like
A
what?
lot of research, a lot of research. And the good thing about it, they're local. So I was able to actually go to the warehouse and actually see what was going on. I actually got to see the process, how things were made, and just kind of give my input on what I wanted. Okay, I don't want it to feel like this. I'll use my fat burner. It's called Oxyburn. I did not want to crash from it because, like most things, if there's any type of caffeine in it, once you come down from it, you're either crashing from it or you're craving more. I didn't want any of those to happen. So we had to create something, and it took a while for that particular one in order for us to get it just right.
Wow. Okay. So smart and beautiful. Um, by the way, everybody out there, quick. If you're enjoying this conversation, where we're going, there's so much more to come. So be sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and share right here at Kim Talks Resilience. So you like that? I really should have been a radio personality. Now I get to kind of be one here on a podcast. So we have gone through, let's see, the athletic wear, Atlanta. And when you talk about eating healthy and stuff, Atlanta's got good food.
Oh yes,
I tell you,
absolutely.
I think I put on 10 pounds down there. I was down there for 3 days and gained 10 pounds.
Oh
Oh my
no.
gosh. I love Atlanta. All things Atlanta. It has my heart right now. I could see, but it's beautiful. It really
Yes.
is. I can see why they film everything there. Um, so so you've got all these products that you're developing and you're testing them out personally, you're designing them personally, you're having them tested on friends. Now, are you open to sharing with us some of your medical? You have a medical condition that has kind of directed in some ways how you care for your body. Can you
Absolutely.
share
Absolutely.
that with us and why? Because I think that lends credibility to what you're willing to put into your body.
Absolutely. It took me a while. Like it's been up until recently that I decided to share my health issues. And I decided to share them because I noticed a lot of my clients like really not understanding my drive and my why. They knew I had the passion, they knew I had the resiliency, but they just didn't know where it came from. So I finally started to share so I can not only walk in my walk, talk in my talk, so they can understand that this is not coming from just any random place. So I actually, struggle every day. And what I'm telling you, I actually have to preach it to myself as well. So I do have an autoimmune issue that affects me in several ways. And I also have what we call vertigo. And then people may be familiar with that. That came a little later. So we're still kind of testing and trying to figure out if that's as a result of an underlying issue. So I do go to the doctor every 3 to 6 months to get blood work done to make sure that my ANA has not become active with certain diseases in the autoimmune family. And I do have an issue that affects me when I get cold. So it's very rough. And then even everything that's going on with me, there is no guarantee that it's going to stay where it is. But what my doctors are guessing is that as a result of my lifestyle, it has basically helped everything kind of lay dormant. So I
Yeah.
just kind of keep that lifestyle up. It's not broken, so I'm not trying to fix it. And I'm just trying to keep a healthy lifestyle, keep a positive mindset in order for things to stay the way they are.
Yeah, I know somebody who recently diagnosed gout and like literally night and day in just trimming out all the different foods and all the different, because what people have to realize is that different, this is my understanding. I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on television. Just letting them make that clear, folks. But my understanding is based on different where your ancestry comes from will lead you to be
Yep.
predisposed to different disorders. And my friend is from Europe, and gout is that I'm not going, nobody has gout. Seriously? But
Yeah.
yes, people can still get gout. Who knew? I didn't know.
Yes.
And you staying warm, you don't like the cold. That's good. You're down south, because here you would just be, yeah, if you don't do
A
well in the cold.
popsicle.
I joked earlier. I told somebody, I said, this is the shade that blends in with the snowfall, right? You know, like I can go up north and I'm up on the mountains. Mountains are in my backyard. So,
Wow.
although I may just, I'm gonna have to get your address from you. I may just come. I love to couch surf. I'm the worst guest to have. I'm just letting you know. Nobody
Yeah,
gets a word in edgewise. Oh yes, I'm just crazy, but it's fun. It's fun
yeah.
for very short amounts of time. My poor husband is just waiting for the time to end. Um, Speaking. So you are a speaker now. You also do
I
speaking,
am.
correct? Okay. So share with me
Yes.
that journey, because when I poll women and I talk to women, you know what they all say unequivocally? They'll say, I really would like to speak.
Yeah.
And, first of all, kudos to them. Here's the fact. Too many women are sitting silent. So good on all the women out there who are speaking up, because a closed mouth never gets fed.
Never gets
So
fed, right?
never gets fed. And that is not my line. I stole that from Lonnie Love. I saw her a few weeks ago live on stage and I love that line.
Yeah.
So tell us about speaking. How did you get started? Are you with a bureau? Does your agent share with us a little bit of how you achieved this, because everybody has had a slightly different path.
Oh, absolutely. So I started speaking first in the military and just kind of mentoring. So that's where it came from, mentoring at the church and just kind of like motivating them. It really, really kicked off once I wrote my book and I started sharing different things. And I had a story to tell, like the experiences that I have. My most recent speaking engagement, I spoke to some Miss Mississippi USA pageant girls that are getting ready to have their pageant. Some of them, have self-esteem issues. Some of them suffer from life issues and things like that. So I had the honor and privilege to kind of like speak life into them. And what I learned is that once you get on, once it's a passion, like you either have it or you don't. I feel like you can't like make it up because it comes from a different place, because you can be a transformational speaker, you can be a motivational speaker. There's different types of people that you can turn into. But for me, it's more transformational because I like to figure out, like talk back. Like with my speaking is more like dialogue. I'm not just up there talking. I want to know what's going on with you so we can see how we can chime in and help you. So I do have a publicist that gets me speaking engagements, but it kicked off full force once the book came out. So that's where it started. And then even with my life coach experiences, because I am actually a certified trained life coach, I took multiple courses to get to that level. So it all kicked off from those two things.
Incredible. So aligning yourself with the right team. That's what it
Yes.
sounds like. Aligning
Yep.
yourself with the right team. Um, you know, uh, you can publish a book, just so everybody knows, you can publish a book completely self-published, and it will cost you, maybe $1,000 to have your ISBN, to have all this.
Yep.
However, that's not the true cost of a book, because then you've got all of your making sure your legals are in place, making sure that your
Mm-hmm.
publicist is in place.
Yep.
So it's not just, I, spent the money that I would have gone to Mexico on it. It's literally an
Yeah.
investment, right?
Yeah, it's definitely an investment. I did it. It's definitely an investment, and you are right. You definitely have the right team in your place, and you have to have something that people want to hear. So you know how you say, in order to be relevant, you have to have a problem that people need. So you need to figure out how to insert yourself in an issue that people are having. So
And that leads me to resilience. So I'm going to ask you why resilience is, and then I want to know about a time where without resilience, you wouldn't be here today. So why did you choose resilience? Is it because it's a hot word right now, or is it something that you really felt you wanted to write on?
it's my life. You know what I mean? Every single day I struggle, and I was suffering in silence for a long time. And the only thing that kept me going was me being resilient, was me doing the self talks, was me being knocked down. People have no idea how many times I've been knocked down because I don't share it a lot, and that's why I just started deciding to come out and just, give my experiences. And it has gotten me a long, long, long way. Even with my health issues, when I first learned about my health issues, it could have really knocked me on my face, because I've had two aunts that passed away from the very issues that I'm suffering with today. So that could have been detrimental to me, my life. and it almost got me kicked out of the military. So I had all of that stuff fighting against me because the doctors were prescribing me certain medicines that were just like factors that you could not have and be in the military at the same time. So they were eliminating factors. So I had all that stuff like fighting against me. And the only thing that I had was, I did have a support system. I had a support system, like one person I shared with. But for the most part, everything else was just kind of like internally, people didn't really know. They knew something was going on, but they didn't know to what degree. And that could have really just kind of broke me.
Yes. I get the resilience thing. I totally get it. It's
Yeah.
literally, I have it tattooed on my body. So it's a
Yeah.
word that I look at every day.
Yeah.
Will you share with us a time in your life, at any point in time in your life, that without resilience, you wouldn't be here having this conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. I shared 3 a second ago with my health issues, with me finding out about those health issues. That's number one. Even with me growing up in the city that I grew up in, because like I shouldn't have made it. I shouldn't have been where I am today. I could have easily, just basically succumbed to the environment because I grew up gang related, and I know you probably read up on that. My environment was not the best environment, so it could have made or break me, but I decided to push forward and allow me to, just make the best out of it.
And you knew early on that you needed to make changes because even as a youth, you made the choice to go into ROTC, so ROTC, and that's impressive because that shows an internal strength that
Yeah.
is in. That's a piece of you. That's not a
Right.
piece that you learned. That's a piece of you. Um, Books. Let's go into books real quick. So everybody, this is I have to say this is a pretty sexy book cover. I am loving this. Let me see if I can. This is first of all, I love the neon pink. Who designed your book cover?
My editor and myself, we actually did it together. The lady that helped me, Christine, she was assisting me in that. So we kind of put our heads together and came up with this cover.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. You look like you could be on like Dragon's Den or Shark Tank is what they call it down there. Like you
Oh
just
yeah,
look like,
I love
yeah,
Shark
you look
Tank.
like you're just like there to hand it out. So give us
Yeah.
a little insight as to what readers can expect from your book.
So readers can expect, first of all, to get in close and personal about what makes me resilient as FK. First of all, just kind of builds the credibility in why I feel like I'm a pillar to assist people. And also I kind of allow you to question what's going on in your life, maybe tackle into things that you haven't tackled into, maybe realize things that you haven't realized. And I just kind of show you like that no matter what obstacles are thrown at you, there is a way out. So it's just basically a transformational coaching method using myself as an example of why you can accomplish or get out anything that you go through.
You're on fire. You're on fire. I think everybody needs to follow you because I'm sure there is something everyone can learn from you.
I hope so.
Where can people find? Oh, before we go, real quick, eight figured. What is eight figured?
Eight Figure is now a brand.
I know, but
Eight Figure.
what's it
So,
from? It's
oh,
it's
so
great branding, but tell me what's it
yes.
from?
So it means a lot of things. So, eight in the Bible is seen multiple times. And also, eight is, if you turn it sideways, it's infinity. Life is priceless. You are priceless. So it's for people to just realize their self worth, to realize that, you're unique in your own way and not to compare yourself to others. So that is the foundation and the meaning of Eight Figure.
Awesome. I knew there was gonna be something really great there. I do love the, bicycler shorts that you have, that the 8 is on the side of the thigh, and it's like it's dripping.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that you mentioned infinity, I can so see that. That is
Yes.
excellent. Very well thought. You like literally you're crushing it. Truly, I think you may be the entrepreneur first than everything else because you've really thought through everything. Um, where else aside from eightfigure.com, Where else can our audience find you, connect with you? What are your socials?
So absolutely, you can find me on IG at I am Deblair. Very, very simple. It's just my name. I am Deblair. You can also find me on Facebook at Blair Choose Healthy. I kind of kept my nutrition name on there, so Blair Choose Healthy. You can also find me on LinkedIn, just my name, Deblair Tate.
And everybody, so you know the name. Oh, that is such a, your mama did good because that is a beautiful name. Deblair is Deblair. So
Yes.
if you're looking for her and you're listening in, it's Deblair. So it's just so pretty name. Now, what I always ask is, uh, give me a quote or an affirmation, something that motivates you. I'm collecting these. I'm collecting all of these. And someday I'm going to be able to put these on like a big wall thing. But right now, today, I want to share this with our audience. What's your
Yes.
quote or affirmation?
I have multiple quotes. I have multiple affirmations, but the main quote that I thrive on every single day is that mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. Very, very simple because it is the determination of how great you're going to be, what your day is going to look like, how resilient you're going to be. It's all about how you perceive your life that determines what the outcome will be.
That mindset is everything. So when your feet hit the floor in the morning, be sure to choose your mindset because if
Yeah.
you don't choose it, somebody else throughout the day will, for sure.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Every
You're right about
time.
that. Yep.
Well, I thank you so much, Deblair, for taking this time and giving us just this power-packed, truly inspirational, look into your life, who you are. And the reality is, folks, if Deblair can do it, if I can do it, if others can do it, you can do it too. You are important.
Yep.
Every human being that
Absolutely.
walks this earth has a purpose.
Yes.
So, all righty. So again, folks, I'm Kim Hayden. This is Kim Talks. I thank you so much for sharing your time with me and Deblair today. If you feel that your resiliency is lagging just a bit, be sure to listen in and lean in to our resilient community here. You can get a free membership so you'll get notified when all the podcasts are happening, when our brand new magazine is out, and all sorts of
Yay.
things going on. And that is resilientgift.com. So again, I'm Kim Hayden, your host, and I am so grateful that you took time for yourself to share your time with me.